Learn how to build a fully automated affiliate marketing machine that generates AI avatar videos promoting different SaaS products, and it auto publishes those videos to Instagram Reels. And then when somebody buys through your affiliate link, you earn commission.
We're taking home cold hard cash via commission, mother.
And then this system automatically posts 3 times a day, and you can literally sit back and collect passive income as the system makes money for you. So here's the automation that I built in N8N, which is a software used to build AI automations or AI agents. And it is 3-part. First, it scrapes the website and generates the script. Then it creates the AI generated video, and then it auto publishes that as an Instagram reel. So this system takes as input a Google Sheet with a whole lot of different SaaS tools, software as a service URLs. So here we have all of the URLs. Here we have the company name. And here you would add your affiliate links. So you'd go into each of these websites and sign up for their affiliate program, connect your PayPal account, and then you'll get paid every time someone buys through your affiliate link. A big help for this project comes from Murf API, which helps provide human-like voices to our affiliate videos. And I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. And Murf sponsor the first 100,000 characters completely free, and that's more than enough to get started. So you can use the link showing on the screen to sign up. Also, the easier way to redeem the 100,000 free credits is to use the link in the description so that you don't have to type out this entire link. So let me show you. I'm going to execute this workflow, and you're going to watch this run from start to end. It's going to be super quick. All right. So basically what I just did now is it scraped the text from the website, in this case, Murf.ai. It scraped all the content from that website to use as context. It then generated a background video, which is going to be the Murf website. This is the website, and it's going to create a video scrolling through this website in mobile view. The next step is it's going to use an AI agent to write the script promoting Murf AI. Then it used Murf AI's text-to-speech API to generate an MP3 file reading out the script that was generated in the previous step. Next, it uses HeyGen to go and generate an AI avatar where the mouth moves together with that audio generated in the previous step. And it also compiles it with that background video. And on top of that, it also auto embeds subtitles onto the video. So the video just finished rendering, and now it just published it onto Blotato, and then it posted it to Instagram. So here's my Instagram. Let me refresh the page. And there it is.
So you're telling me I've been wasting hours recording voiceovers when this exists? Okay, so I just discovered Murf AI, and honestly, I'm kind of mad nobody told me about this sooner. Like, you literally just type what you want to say, pick from over 200 voices that sound exactly like real people, not those weird robotic ones, and boom, professional voiceover done. I used it for my client's training video yesterday. What usually takes me 3 hours of recording, editing, and re-recording because I kept messing up. Done in 10 minutes. Plus, it speaks like 20 different languages. If you create any kind of content, you need this. Comment the word link, and I'll send you the link to try Murf completely free.
So everything that you just saw in this video was fully automated by our AI agents, and everything you see here was AI generated. This AI avatar, the script that was written, the text to speech that was actually powered by Murf AI. So that's why the audio was so realistic and it sounded so human-like. It's because we used this software, Murf AI. Also, the last thing is if somebody comments the word link and they click post, they will then receive the affiliate link in their DMs. So as you can see in the screenshots that's showing on the screen, that shows how you would automatically receive the link if you commented the word link. What the system's going to do is that now the next time it runs, it's going to run Koala, then it's going to run Genius AI, and it's just going to loop through every single link that is in this Google Sheet. Okay, so let me show you how to set this up. I have provided you with the template to download it. So if you just go to futurize.com, I'll include a link in the description as well. It's just futurize.com, sign up. It is free to join. This is my personal community where I teach AI and automation through community courses, events, and templates. So you can come here, click download on this affiliate marketing machine. All right. And it'll download. Once you've downloaded it, you can go to N8N. I will include a link to N8N in the description if you don't have an account already. Then you can go to overview, click create workflow. Then to import it, you just want to click these 3 dots, click import from file, and then go to downloads, select that JSON file, and it'll then import. So I'm going to go through each of these nodes step by step and show you how I set it up, where to get the values that you need to configure this, and all the different softwares. So I'll make it super easy for you. Once you've loaded the templates into your N8N, you can just follow along with this video and set it all up. All right, so starting right at the beginning, you can see we have a manual trigger. So what you want to do when you go live, you want to replace this manual trigger with a scheduled trigger. You'd basically drag and drop the line from there to there, and then it will run on the schedule that you set up over here. So I currently have it scheduled to run every day at 9 o'clock, but you can change this to hourly, and I would say every 8 hours, because you're able to post this 3 times a day with HeyGen's plan that allows you to post 100 times a month. We'll get into the volumes and the pricing a little bit later, but I would recommend changing this to hours, and then changing the hours between triggers to 8 hours. Next is we have to connect our Google Sheet, right? So I'll just come to the editor and I'll show you over here, right? So double click here, you click this drop down, click create new credential, keep it checked on OAuth 2, and then sign into your Google account, all right, that you want to create your Google Sheet. What I'll do is I'll provide you with a link to this sheet that you can just come in, click make a copy, and you can copy it directly into your Google Sheet account. Once you've selected it, choose Sheet within Documents. Then you want to use the get rows operation, and then you want to choose the documents in your Google Sheets account. In my case, it's affiliate links. And then the sheet you want to choose is Sheet 2. So there's 2 sheets, Sheet 1 and Sheet 2. And let me just show you the difference here. Sheet 1 is all the affiliate links, and Sheet 2, and then this is a formula. And what this formula does is it just calculates in this column which is the first empty row that doesn't contain the word true, and it is row 17. And then when this value is true, you're going to see, or if it just has a value inside it, now the number is going to change to 18, because that's the next row to process. So that's what that formula there does. So once you have the next row to process, I just use this set node to just assign a variable called next row to that value. Okay. And if we look in our executions, you can see it's set that value to the next row to be number 16, because in the previous run, that was this row for Murf AI, and that was the row that we were processing. Once we have that next row, we can then use another get all rows, but this time we scrape sheet number 1, which scrapes everything. And then we use a filter node, which checks where the row number is equal to the get next row to process. All right. And then that would return just one row with all the data that we're interested in. In our case, it's the URL for the next website to scrape. Now, once we've got that URL, we use a API called URL to text, which takes as input a URL and scrapes all the text on that page. And we can use the output of that inside of our large language model, so that the AI has context of what is this website actually about. And it has the most recent up-to-date information, because that's the information on the website. So if I open this up, this is the endpoint that we use, URL to text.com/API v1 URL to text. You then want to add in a header for authorization and token, space, and your API key. I'll show you in a moment where to get that API key. You want to add another header. Content type is application JSON, so that the response is in JSON format like that. Then the content type for the body is also JSON, that JSON over there. All right, so the output format is text. The URL is the JSON URL from the previous step, which is this over here. And then your response will look like this. And here is all the content that is on that Murf AI page, just the text without any of the images. And that's what we wanted. So now we have all that content to add into the AI, and you can see it tells you how many credits you use. Let me just show you exactly where I got this. So you go to URL to text.com, create an account, and they do give you a free $1 credit. And with $1, you can scrape about 300 websites. So it is quite generous. Here is where the API documentation is, if you're curious to see the endpoints and all the different parameters. But to get your API key, go to team, go to API key, and then you can copy it from here. All right, so you can click that copy button, and then you can come back here and paste in your API key after the word token, space, make sure you have a white space, and then paste your API key. So once we've scraped the website, we then move on to generate the background video. All right. So like you saw here, each of these had like a background video. So if I click, you can see how it scrolls through.
Dina, so I've been struggling with my blog rankings for months and not.
So to generate that video, we use this software called URLBox. And URLBox is an API that takes as input a URL and it returns an MP4 video link that we can then use later in our HeyGen API. So let me just show you. If you create an account with URLBox, go to new screenshot, and then you want to type in whatever URL you want. In our case, I just put Murf AI. It can be anything just to generate your render link. All right. And then for the output format, make sure to choose MP4 so that it's a video response. You can also use the software to take screenshots like PNG, JPEG screenshots of the website, which can also be useful, but we want a video, so choose MP4. Then for the video dimensions, choose 494 by 872. That's needed for mobile devices for Instagram Reels. And then come to blocking options, enable block ads, hide cookie banners, click accept, and press escape. Make sure those are enabled so that you don't have an issue like this.
Okay.
You see here how it has this like cookie banner. If you enable that, I didn't do it for this post, so that's why it's showing this, but by toggling that, then it won't show that cookies banner. So this is what my endpoint looks like. All right, let me expand it. So you can just copy that with all the parameters. And then the only thing that'll be different here for you is this value here. So make sure you go to get your one that will be showing over there. Okay. URLBox is a paid software. I think it's like $55 a month. And with that, you'll have more than enough credits to generate these videos. And I think it's very important because it makes the video a lot more engaging than just having an AI avatar talking about a website. When you see the website itself, it just adds a lot more value and context to the video. The next step is we then have this AI agent. The output of this agent is going to be a JSON object, which contains a script, which is going to be the script that the AI avatar is going to read in the video, as well as the title with a few relevant hashtags that are going to be used as the title or caption of that Instagram reel. All right. And you can come here and you can edit this system message and prompt to suit your liking. All right. So this is the prompt that I use. I give it a role saying you're an expert at researching SaaS tools and writing viral promotional script for short form social media videos. I give it some context. I give it the writing style. I tell it what words to avoid using so it doesn't sound AI generated. Here's the prompt, some important details, and the output format in that JSON object, right? And then we use Anthropic's chat model. So I use Claude Opus 4, which is their best model at the moment, so that you can trust that the writing is of high quality. You could also use Claude 4 Sonnet if you want. It's a cheaper model than Opus 4. But since the volume isn't that high, you might as well use the smartest model that's available. So when setting up this Anthropic chat model, you want to click this drop down and click create new credential. And then you want to pass in your API key there. And you get that from console.anthropic.com/settings/keys. Then you want to go to API keys and then create a key here. Give it a name over there. Choose your workspace. You can just choose default. Click add, copy the key. You also might need to add some billing credits, so come here and buy some credits. I think $5 is the minimum over here. And then once you've got some credits loaded, your API key will be working and you can paste it in right over there. Then this node over here just ensures that it passes the output so that the response is a structured output as a JSON object so that it's got the word script and title separately. And this way, it's just better because sometimes AI language models will start off with a response saying something like, here is your script. But we don't want that. We don't want the AI avatar in the video starting the video off saying, here is your script, and then it starts. Obviously, we don't want that. Whereas when you use structured outputs, you avoid that because it returns only the script and only the title. So that's what's powerful about structured outputs over here. All right. So once that's passed, we then move into the next phase, which is generating the AI video. Okay. And there's a few steps to this. First, we generate the audio, the text to speech using Murf. Then we generate the AI avatar with HeyGen, and we also use HeyGen to compile all of that together. Okay, so let's start off with generating the MP3 audio. So here we are using Murf, all right, the sponsor of today's video, all right? And if you click on API, they provide an API where it allows you to use their text-to-speech functionality and automations like we just did right now, okay? And what's powerful about Murf over any of the other options on the market is they have one of the most highest or the most accurate pronunciation for text-to-speech, which is obviously very important. So if you come to murf.ai/API/products/text-to-speech, you might need to sign up first, all right? Here is like a playground for you to experiment with the different APIs. So here's the text-to-speech API that we're going to be using, and there it gives us the example of the code. That's Python. We would probably just go to curl and we would copy this, right? So that's the endpoint to generate the text-to-speech. Make sure you use these headers and your API key. I'll show you where to get that. And then data raw, you want to copy this, and then you'd replace this value here with the text that you want your text-to-speech to say. And here you'd add the voice ID. All right, and I'll show you how to choose your voice. First, I'll show you where to get this API key. You come here to API keys, click generate key. All right, on my current plan, I can only generate one key, so that's this one here. Once you generate it, copy the key, come here and paste in your API key over there. All right, make sure you're also choosing post for your method. There's the header content type, application JSON, and then here's the body. Okay, and then these are the parameters you can change, right? The text, the voice ID, the style, the pitch, and the rate. Rate is how fast the text-to-speech is talking or how fast the audio is. This is the pitch, higher or lower. You can adjust that with the value. Negative numbers is lower and positive numbers are more high-pitched. Then the style is promo. So I chose promo because these are promotional videos. So you want the person to sound like they're promoting it. You might not want that. You might want to set it to conversational or another style so it doesn't sound as salesy. And then the voice ID. So to get the voice ID, you can come to text to speech, and then you can come here, and then this is where you can choose and test out the different voices. So let's say you want, I don't know, maybe a man's voice. You can.
Welcome to Tech Talk, where we break down the latest gadgets and innovations.
And then you can try the different styles.
Welcome to Tech Talk, where we break down the latest gadgets.
And then you can come here, you can choose other languages, which is very powerful. So if you want your AI influencer to be creating content in a different language, you can do that. You can choose Greek, and the pronunciation for all these languages are really, really accurate. All right, you can filter by gender, age group, and style. All right, so in my case, I just went with the default. But if you want one of these other ones, you can just click voice ID and you can copy that, and then it'll copy. Or you can click use voice and it'll show you the voice ID over there. Then you can come here and paste in that voice ID that you want to use. I'm just using Natalie because my AI avatar is female, so the voice should be female as well. If we come back to executions, we can see that the output of this generates MP3 audio. It gives us like all the details for every single word, the time it started and ended. I mean, this can be very valuable data, especially if you really want to create like an advanced video that shows an image when a certain word is said, stuff like that. This information is very useful. But what we're interested in is this one here, audio file. So that's a link to the MP3 file that is generated. And then we're going to use that in the next steps with HeyGen. For HeyGen, it requires some input data. So to get that, you can go to heygen.com. All right, I'll include a link in the description to create an account with HeyGen. And then once you're here, you can click on your account name, click settings, subscriptions and API, HeyGen API, and then copy your API token over there. All right, you might need to generate it for the first time. And they do give you 10 free credits. So you don't need to be on a paid plan to test this out or generate some videos. I'm currently on the free plan. That's why it's got this HeyGen branding at the bottom right of the video. But once you join a paid plan, then that branding will go away and you'll have many more credits. So I will show you how the credits work in a moment. But first I'll show you just paste in your API key over there. Okay, next is the avatar ID. Okay, and for the avatar ID, I'll show you where you get that. You need to come here, click on avatars, and then you can see you can filter for all of them: professional, lifestyle, UGC, AI generated, community, or favorites. All right, so you can just explore all of these. You can even filter like if you want certain genders, age, or ethnicity. But I like coming to UGC. I feel like these ones, the user generated content, have some like really realistic looking avatars. So this is where I chose my one. Here it is. So to get the ID, you click on that avatar, and then in the URL, you must copy everything after default look ID, after the equal sign. You want to copy that, and that is your ID. So you can see it ends in ABB, and that's the one I'm using here. All right, so you're just pasting your avatar ID that you want over there. Then for the voice file, we're using a dynamic variable, so you don't need to change anything there. That's pulling in the MP3 audio we generated from Murf and puts it there. And then the background video is that video that's generated with URLBox, and it renders that MP4 URL that gets passed in over here. Once you've set those values, this is just creating the avatar video with the HeyGen generate endpoint. These are the headers we use. This is the body. All right. This is the character, or the details for the character. This is the details for the voice. So it's an audio file, and then it's our link. This is the video file with our link. And then we set it to loop. All right. There are different settings here. If you wanted to only scroll once, then you can also set it like that. And then you can set the dimensions. You can set the aspect ratio, which is 9:16, which is what you need for Instagram Reels. Enable caption to true. That means you'll have subtitles that are embedded on the video. If you want more fine-grained control of the video that gets generated, you can come to this link, and this is the request that we use. And then you can dig into the details in the documentation. So click see detailed API reference, and here it'll tell you the details of basically all the different fields. So what's pretty cool, like you can come to, for the scale or the offset, you can click on avatar positioning, and they have this tool which allows you to like get the values. So like, let's say we want her to be smaller, and you can shift her like bottom right like that. And then you know what values to use, 0.32 and 0.3. You could also change the dimensions of the video. So let's say we want it the other way around, like 720 by 1 to 80. Then we know she needs to be shifted up a bit more, something like that, right? But you can just copy the same values that I have over here, right? I've already done it for you with the scale and the offset for X and Y positioning. Okay, but depending on the avatar you use, they might need to be shifted up or down or left or right. Next, we use this endpoint video status get, which is basically waiting until the video is rendered. So you'll notice once you run the previous API call, which is this one here, it's going to still be busy generating over here. And only once it's generated, the status will change. We can see the output of this is a video URL. And the one we're interested in is video URL caption, which is the same video as this one, but this one contains the subtitles or the captions. This is what you're interested in, the video URL caption. It checks if it's been generated over here. Is the video URL caption not empty? If it's not empty, then it basically moves on to the next step. If it is empty, it's false. And then we just have this wait node, which waits 1 minute, and then it checks again. So it just keeps checking every minute. And then what it does is once it's generated, we have this set variables where we have the video title, and I just edit the title a little bit, and I say comment the word link, and I'll DM it to you. And that's because the call to action at the end of the video is usually to DM the word link, and then that's what triggers ManyChat to send the affiliate link to the person in the Instagram messages or DMs. And then we can see we also have the Blotato API key, which we're going to be using for auto posting to Instagram Reels. So here's the output, a video title, which contains that hard-coded part of the title, and then the actual title generated by AI with the hashtags that helps the Instagram algorithm show your content to people who are interested in it. To get your Blotato API key, you can click the link in the description. I will include a link to this as well. And then you can go to settings, and then you can scroll down and copy your API key from over there. And then once you got that, you can paste it in over there into that field. And then you are going to also need to integrate your Instagram Reels account. First thing you need to do is just sign in on your browser. Like I'm signed in over here onto Instagram. Then once you signed in, come here and click login with Instagram. And then it's going to ask you for the necessary permissions. All right. It'll take you to another page. Click allow. Right. I'm not going to allow because I've already connected it. Then you click copy account ID. And then you want to use that account ID in N8N over here. So in post to Instagram, you're going to want to scroll and then there'll be a field here, account ID, to paste in your account ID over there. All right. So you want to update that value. I should probably update the templates so that it all gets handled in this set variables over here. I should have an account ID. So maybe I'll tweak it for you so that you just change and add your account ID over here. Okay. Then what it does is it uses their media endpoint to upload that video to Blotato, and then it posts it to Instagram with a post endpoint. And that is all the parameters over there. And then we include the title that we have from the previous step and the media URL of the video that was just uploaded to Blotato. Okay. Once that's done, we just update the status in the sheet. So we reference the same row number from earlier, and then we change completed to true. We have the completed video link that was generated by HeyGen. This link only lasts about 7 days before it expires, so just keep note of that. But once it's uploaded to Instagram, at least you have your video there. And then we pass the post ID, which is like a Blotato specific post ID. I just put it there just to know that the video has been posted. Or if there's any issues, at least I have the ID that I can reach out to Blotato support to say, this is the ID that I'm interested in if I need support. The part which handles the automation for DMing the people, that gets handled in ManyChat. ManyChat do also have an API. I was hoping that I could set it up where it automatically creates the whole trigger automatically for you. This is the only manual part of the process, that you have to go into ManyChat and then create the trigger for the keyword. When somebody comments the word link, it then sends them the affiliate link on that video. I haven't really used this. You can see like I joined it 5 months ago, but I'm just showing you how to set this up because once I've got this automation running, I'm definitely going to be using ManyChat. But you want to click new automation, choose this auto DM links from comments. They have a whole bunch of other ones that you can also check out, but this is the one we're interested in, right? You also need to connect your Instagram account to ManyChat. So I'll show you that now. But first you want to choose a specific post. Then you can choose which one. All right. So let's say this N8N video that I have. Then you want to enter the keyword. So in the video, we mentioned the word link must be set. So you can write link. You can put comma, and then you can write, in case people misspell it, you can write it with like a lowercase link. So you can give it all the options. So write any of these, then it's going to auto DM them. And then this is what happens. It's going to be an opening message. So, hey there, I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for your interest. Click below and I'll send you the link in a second. So let's tweak that. And then the button, we can keep it as send me the link, all right? And then a DM with the link. Then we can say, here it is. And then add the link. And then this is where you add in your affiliate link. So we can come here and this is my N8N affiliate link. You'll paste the link in there, and then the button label, you can write something like n8n.io/free trial, something like that, and then click save. So that's what it's going to look like. You can see here, hi, click the button below. When you click send me the link, then it returns here it is with the link for them to sign up. You can even write sign up here, something like that, right? And then you can also like toggle this, which will reply under the people's comments. So when somebody comments, it automatically thanks them. And it gives a few different options. So you can like say, thanks, please see DMs, check out your DMs. So you can just tweak this to whatever kind of wording you want to use there. And then once that's done, click go live. And there you go. Then it should automatically be live. Now, anytime somebody comments on that video with the word link, it's going to automatically start this thread with them in the DMs. So here's a breakdown of the pricing and all the softwares that you'll need. So first we have the HeyGen Pro API plan, which is $99 per month for 100 videos or $330 per month for 660 videos. So you can start off with a lower volume, and then if you want more volume, you can upgrade to a higher plan. Then URLBox Hi-Fi plan for the background videos of the websites. That's $49 per month for 5,000 video renders. And then ManyChat is free up to 1,000 contacts. So that's sending an automated message via Instagram DMs to up to 1,000 people. Anything over that, you're going to need the Pro plan for $15 per month, where you can DM unlimited contacts. Then there's the Anthropic API to generate the script. That's under $5 per month. N8N starter monthly plan is $24 per month. Blotato to use the API to automatically post to Instagram Reels via API, that's $29 per month. And then Murf text-to-speech API, you get 100,000 characters for free to start with using the link in description. And then anything over that is $0.03 per 1,000 characters. So you can estimate that to about $4 per month for the volume of about 100 videos. So to sum all of these up, the total is about $210 per month for 3 videos per day if you are on the 100 videos plan. Otherwise, if you are on the more expensive plan, it would be $440 per month for 22 videos per day, because you get a higher volume of AI avatar videos. So what I'd recommend is just start with this one, and then if you're seeing traction, then you can push to this one. So you might look at these numbers and think it's quite a lot, but as long as the income you're making from your affiliate sales exceeds $210 per month, which is very realistic, especially if one video goes viral, then anything after that is profit, and you basically have a passive income machine that just makes you money on autopilot. Also, if you want to top up your Murf text-to-speech API, you can just go to murf.ai/API, and then you can click this top up button and then click on add funds over here. They also have this calculator over here where you can calculate your requirements. Otherwise, you just click add funds, you add the amount you want, you proceed to pay, and that's how you load credits into your Murf API. Now, you might be wondering, why didn't I include the affiliate link directly in the title of the video? The reason I didn't do it that way is because Instagram doesn't allow you to put clickable links inside of the title. So if there was a link here, it's just going to show up as text like this. So you're going to have to highlight and right click, copy, and then go and paste it in. And most people on mobile, you can't even copy and paste that text. So it's not like these hashtags that are clickable. So that's the issue. The other problem is Instagram will probably not show your video to as many people if you're including a link in the description, because it looks like it's promotional. And this doesn't just apply to Instagram. This applies to YouTube Shorts. You can't put clickable links in the Shorts titles over there either. So the only way you can get someone to click on a link is either in the bio of the social media accounts, but then you can only add one link, right? So that's the trade-off. The alternative is you have like a link tree, or like one of those one links which has a whole bunch of different links inside there. But you don't want that. You don't want to have like hundreds of affiliate links that somebody has to click on and search for the affiliate link that they want. You don't want it like that. Whereas with this system, they get sent the exact link that's relevant to that video. So that's very important. The other benefit, it's got like a dual benefit, is when people are commenting link, it increases the engagement on that video. Number one, because it's getting more comments. Number two, because the video is playing in the background, it's increasing the watch time on that video. So as a result, the algorithm thinks people are watching it for longer, which they are, and then it gets pushed to a wider audience, and then more people see it. So moral of the story, by using this link method, it increases the chances of your videos going viral. So that's why I chose to do it that way, and that's why I think you should do it that way too. Last thing is that what's super powerful about this is you can create multiple different Instagram accounts. It doesn't just need to be one account like I showed you here. You can create hundreds or thousands of Instagram accounts, each niche down to one specific thing. So for example, in my case, it's promoting a whole bunch of SaaS tools, but if you want, you can create one Instagram account that is niche down to promoting one specific software, and then just creating different videos promoting the same software. So like one idea that comes to mind is, let's say you are promoting, say, N8N over here.
So
You can have one page called something like, I don't know, N8N tutorials by Tim. And then you'd have a little avatar named Tim. He greets people by saying, "Hi, I'm Tim. Today we're learning about another N8N automation." And then he'll be talking about an automation that you can build. And then the call to action is to download or to try out N8N for free, comment the word link, and then it triggers the system. And then every single video would just be a different type of automation that you can build with N8N. That's just one example, right? But there's hundreds of different things, any product or service. You can even do this for physical product businesses. Like instead of a video of a website, it can be an Amazon product page. And then the UGC actor can be talking about that product that they tried out or whatever the case is. So there's a lot of potential with this. I hope that gave you some ideas that you can go and build out your own unique, fully automated affiliate marketing system. I hope that this video is helpful and that it helps you make money while you sleep. At the end of the day, that's the goal. We want passive income. So I hope that this video was useful. If it was, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. If you have any questions about setting this up, let's say you get stuck, I do have a free community, futurize.com, that you can join. There's a community forum section there. Post any of your questions and I'll help you out so that you don't get stuck building out this automation. And by the way, if you enjoyed this video, you'll also enjoy this video showing on the screen right now, where we automatically generate user-generated content videos similar to this, but instead of having the background video, it's a UGC actor that's like busy walking around and talking, super realistic. So go check that out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next.